So in this lesson, I discussed one more problem of graphical method, maximization case. So in the graph, by using the graphical method, how to solve this particular problem? This is maximization and subject to the constraints which are given less than or equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. 4 constraints are given, and x1, x2 greater than or equal to 0. Now start the procedure. If you start the procedure, the very first step is nothing but convert the given inequations into equations. Given inequations of the constraint into equations. So convert it first of all. So I am entering into the problem. So hence directly I am converting, which is equal to equation 1, it is less than or equal to, and it is equal to equation 2, it is also less than or equal to, it is equal to, it is greater than or equal to what I remember, and this is also equal to, I have considered, so equation 4 is less than or equal to. So this is what we have the picture, and we have converted each and every particular inequation into equations. There are 4 equations we have converted, right? So therefore now what I do is I have to get for each equation 2 points. For each equation I have to get 2 points by considering x1 is equal to 0 one particular point, x2 is equal to 0 another particular point. This is what usually I am considering here. I am drawing a table here. x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 0, the points for all the equations, for 4 equations. If x1 is equal to 0, what is the point? If x1 is 0, then 5x2 is equal to 80, x2 is equal to 80 by 5. So it is 16. It is 0, comma 16 the point. If x2 is equal to 0, then 10x1 is equal to 80 and x1 is equal to 80 by 10, 8. So x1 is equal to 8, hence it is 8, comma 0. Right? And similarly come out here. If x1 is equal to 0, then 6x2 is equal to 66, x2 is equal to 66 by 6, that is 11. So then hence this is the value here, 0, comma 11, and again same equation. So therefore if x2 is 0, then 6x1 is equal to 66 and x1 is equal to 11 again. So therefore 11, comma 0 is another point for equation 2, and consider equation number 3, and in which x1 is equal to 0 if you substitute, then 8x2 is equal to 24, x2 is equal to 24 by 8, 8 3s are 24, so therefore x2 is equal to 3, so 0, comma 3, the first point. And if x1 is equal to, x2 is equal to 0, then 4x1 is equal to 24, x1 is equal to 24 by 4, 4, 6. So hence it is 6, comma 0. And one more, the last equation, equation 4, and if x1 is 0, then 6x2 is equal to 90, then x2 is equal to 90 by 6, 90 by 6. So hence it is 15, 0, comma 15, 0, comma 15. And then if x2 is 0, then 5x1 is equal to 90, so hence x1 is equal to 90 by 5, hence it is 18. So then 18, comma 0 is the point. So now all the 2 points, for all equation 2 points have been obtained. Now what we have to do is take a graph paper. You take the graph paper while I am drawing. You please go and take the graph paper and please try to draw the points similarly what I draw here, right? So therefore I am arranging the constraints here so that I keep the numbers here, and so that equations also we can draw with the help of the inequations I have specified here. I am considering the graph This is what x-axis I consider and y-axis, and then on x-axis I am considering the values of x1 and y-axis I am considering values of x2. Right? This is what the picture what I consider. The scale you consider here on x-axis, see these are the points here up to 18. We can consider simply 2 so that it is easy to identify. Right? Similarly, on y-axis you consider up the maximum value 16. Right? So therefore, here as well I consider in both x and y axis, x-axis and y-axis, what I consider the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units. This is what my scale on both the axis x and y axis I consider in the similar fashion 2 units. So therefore, here it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. This is what required at the maximum value. And again on x-axis, on y-axis, x2 values. On y-axis, x2 values are 16, the maximum. So I consider here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and 16. Right? So this is what the picture. On x and y axis I have considered the suitable scale. Now what I specified in the problem number 1, it is very clear that you have to consider one particular equation and 2 points, draw the 2 points, draw the straight line, give the number and also specify the inequation of the constraint. So these are the things we have to do by considering first equation. So this is what the information of first equation. So 0, 16, here it is 0, 16, the point, and 8, 0. So this is what 8, 0. Right? Draw the straight line. Draw the straight line. I am drawing the straight line. Let us write down the equation number 1 and it is less than or equal to. Equation number 1 and it is less than or equal to. And then take over equation number 2, 11, 0, 0, 11. 0, 11, it is somewhere here. And 11, 0, it is also somewhere in between 10 to 12. So therefore, join the points. Approximately I am drawing, you take the graph paper and it is what? Equation number 2, it is less than or equal to. Equation number 3, none. 0, 3, it is here. And 6, 0, that is this. So join the points here. Now I am writing here, this is equation number 3, which is greater than or equal to. Clear? Equation number 3 is greater than or equal to. And then equation 4, 0, 15. 15, this is here. And 18, 0, this is this. Now join the points. Roughly I have drawn this one and 4 equation and less than or equal to constraint. This is what you have, the picture, and I draw again. Right? Probably it is approximately I am drawing here. Please take the graph paper and do it. Right? So right. So in this now what we have to do is I have drawn all, they have converted, I have plotted all the equations geometrically as a straight lines. I have drawn in the graph paper. So then what you have to do is you have to obtain a feasible region. That is by taking less than or equal to or greater than or equal to the equation of the constraint, and by shading the regions you have to get the feasible region, common region for all the constraints. So now one by one, you no need to go back, just you have to follow the graph, and we have written everything very clearly, visibly, conveniently, and we have drawn whatever required, all the points we have drawn in the graph paper. So that is what required. So now you see here equation number 1. So it is equation number 1 less than or equal to, so hence this is the side of the below the region, below the line, the region, shade the region below the line. This is what so two particular parts, one this side, another one this side, and for all the lines or for all the equations, you have in equations for all the constraints, you have to consider only the region in the first quadrant. That is, you have to remember. That is very clear. So for this line, equation 1, this is the line either this side or this side, because less than or equal to below the line. So this is what the line it is going to be considered, right? And equation 2, again it is also less than or equal to, for this is the region, and this is one region, this is another region, below the line, above the line. This is above the line. So below the line, because less than or equal to, the region is to be shaded below the line. Similarly, equation number 3, it is greater than or equal to, above the line. So below the line is this, above the line is this. So above the line, this is above the line, this entire region. And equation 4, this is equation 4, greater than or equal to, it is greater than or equal to, it is less than or equal to, it is less than or equal to, above the line, below the line. So hence it is below the line, like that. Now the common region for all the region, for all the lines, here, what is the common region? You please shade it. That is what required. So hence we have a common region. So you see here, for all the lines, this is a common part. You can observe this is greater than or equal to, so therefore this is what you double it, you shade 2-3 times and get a common region. So this is what I am shading. Specially concentrate and shade properly and get a common region which is most visible. So that is the purpose of the graph. It should be very clear. Hope you understand. Now there is no origin here. This is what A. Write clearly. This is what B. This is what C. This is what D. This is what E. So now what is the feasible region, common region? The common region for all the constraints is A, B, C, D, E. So this is C. Right? So this is what the picture to obtain the common region, which is called feasible region. The feasible region, that is common region for all the constraints, is we have obtained as A, B, C, D, E. Okay, now I write first the point here, the common region. So after finding the common region, after obtaining the common region, that is feasible region, you please specify the feasible region. Therefore And now take the notes and continue in the notes that therefore A, B, C, D, E is feasible region. That is what our conclusion from the graph. Now again come to the part. Into the notes, you please note down this. Therefore, A, B, C, D, E is the common region or feasible region. So in the feasible region, now you have to consider the corner points, which are called extreme points of the convex set. That is feasible region here. In the feasible region, you have to get the extreme points or corner points. What are the corner points? Obviously A, B, C, D. That is the very much simplicity we can obtain from this. We have written A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, or the by identifying the corner points only we are writing this particular region. Therefore, the extreme points or corner points are nothing but A, B, C, D, E. That's all. So therefore, now I am writing one by one the point A is equal to. Here you see A. This is already drawn points. No need to worry. You will get directly. So here it is. This is 3. So therefore it is 0, 3. I am writing somewhere here, just near to that. You please identify in your graph paper. Write clearly. Okay, and then B. B is nothing but it is 12, 11. It is 0, 11. And what is C? C you have to obtain for time. Wait for some time. And D. D is nothing but it is 8. So hence it is 8, 0. It is not E, it is D. This one. So I write here somewhere here. Okay, I erase 8, 0 D. And E is 6. So 6, 0. These are the points are visible in the graph. But of course it is also definitely may be visible if you draw properly the graph. But even then, confirm with by solving two particular equations. Which two particular equations intersect this particular point? This point intersect on which particular two lines? By intersecting two particular lines, this particular point exists. So you see that and then you solve it. So you see here, this is possibly, I am putting my finger here. So you please observe here. This is what it is passing. It is intersecting equation 2. It is intersecting equation 1 and 2. That is, it is an intersection point of the two particular lines 1 and 2. That you please observe from the graph clearly. That is the reason why I am specifying clearly that you write down the number in equation of the constraint. These are the two particular things you have to write immediately by not forgetting anything. Right? So this is what the point here. The equation, by solving equation 1 and 2 you will get it. Okay. I have started here A. I complete finish here A. A is equal to 0, 3. B is equal to, here it is 0, 11. And then C is equal to, that is what we have to require. C, I leave. And C is equal to, and D is equal to, E is equal to. And D is equal to 8, 0. And E is equal to 6, 0. Okay. Now by solving, see, by solving equations 1 and 2, you will get this. See, by solving equation 1 and 2, you solve the equation 1 and 2, you will get it. What are the, by solving the points, what you will get? The value of B, C is 5, 6. Definitely it is visible in the graph. So that may not be in my graph, please you draw the graph by using the graph paper. So definitely it is, you can obtain it. Right? So therefore, by solving equation 1 and 2, you will get 5, 6. That's what I write here. Right? So this is what the picture after obtaining the feasible region, then you have to do is you have to calculate all the extreme points, that is all the corner points of the feasible region, right? And then now what we are to do, hope you understand this, what you have to do next, then you have to calculate the value of z at each and every corner point, value of z at each and every corner point, that is we are calculating objective function. So at a is equal to 0, 3, the z value, z is equal to, at b 0, 11, z is equal to, at c 5, 6, z is equal to, at d 8, 0, z is equal to, at e 6, 0, z is equal to, what is that here? 120x1 plus 100x2. 120x1 is 0, that is 0 plus 100 multiplied by 3, it is equal to 300. Okay, and at b 0, 11, 0, 120 into 0, 0 plus 100 into 11, 0 plus 100 into 11, that is 1100 rupees, which are all in terms of rupees. And 120 into 5, this is what, 120 multiplied by 5 plus 100 multiplied by 6. So what is the value? It is 1200. You check it, right? And 120 multiplied by 8 plus 0, 96, so 960. And 120 multiplied by 6 plus 0, 720. So these are all in terms of rupees. So this is what the picture you have, hope you have understand. So then you have to calculate the value of z at each and every corner point. Now what you have to get it after calculating the value of z? To calculate the maximum value of z, you have to get maximum amongst them, all the values. Here 300, 1100, 1200, 1200, 960, 720, among which you have to consider maximum value. The maximum value is 1200. So that is at 0, at c is equal to 5, 6. So therefore our solution, what is our solution now? Therefore our solution is, therefore the optimum basic feasible solution, optimum basic feasible solution of the given problem. If the problem is given, solve the following LPP by graphical method, then you have to obtain, at the end you have to write this particular point. Solve means you have to get the maximum value and respective what are the solution at x1 and x2 that you have to write. Optimum basic feasible solution, maximize z is equal to 1200 rupees, 1200 at c, that is x1 is equal to at 5 and x2 is equal to 6. x2 is equal to 6. So this is optimum solution, basic feasible solution, which optimizes this, that is the optimum value is maximized, that is equal to 1200 rupees. So this is what the picture. So this is this z value which provides the maximum value amongst remaining all the solutions, among the all the 5 solutions. So hence it is optimum value. So therefore optimum basic feasible solution is this, right? I hope you understand. This is what the procedure of graphical method for calculating the maximum value. Thank you.